Oh, this actually worked this time. Alright. I'm good then. Oh yeah, first of all, there's a fix I want to try for mouse sensitivity. Hold on. Saved it to check out today. Because the sensitivity in this game feels a little weird. I'm going to do something that should guarantee that there's no smoothing or acceleration. Just got to go modify an INI file somewhere. Okay. Alright, let's try that. Oops. Okay. See if that feels any better. It's also really sad. Oh, now it's not working. It's sad that they don't have two different mouse options for sensitivity for when you're ADS and when you're hipfire. It's kind of a bummer. You can definitely tell it's a port. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Luckily nobody cared about that. Ooh, I think that does feel better. Yeah, it feels like there's no smoothing now. I do need to change the sensitivity, lower it a little bit though. Let's try 10. That feels a lot better. Let my buddy know that it works.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Miss Chief.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
I just skip customs? Wow, they can jump with me? Huh. Dialogue skills. this guy die? Oh, he's already got the +5 though. Not sure why I would skip customs. I'll do this if I have to later, but not here to cause trouble just yet. No, I'm not doing anything, Mardet. No worries. Conspiracy to commit conspiracy.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Macredo. Gunnar Macreed.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Plasma rifle. Flamethrower? Jeez. Two-handed axe. Might be good on Vicar. That looks really painful to get hit by. What's Vicar using now? He's just using this staff, right? 86 DPS, 82 damage. This is lower DPS than that. Restricted stock. So many mods. Increased loss of weapon durability.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oh gosh.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I don't think it's a good idea to double back on who I am. That'll just make him more suspicious.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing you.
What a nice guy. Okay. I guess a Mardet is a job?
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
Okay, automatic, nice.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
Foreshadowing?
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
Asshole.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it. To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? Then get to business or get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore. I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
I don't want to screw the guy over, even though my persuade's high enough. I'd rather just clear the bounty.
All right. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless. Search me? I mean, don't search me, because that's my job.
Oh boy, Lee.
Get it? I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium. Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here. That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then. All right.
So I could use the holographic projector, but I'm just gonna do the bounty. All I need is the lighter.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saltuna.
I'd be willing to bet that's a blockade on Monarch holding back some rebels or something. We're trying to starve them out. And that Wells works for them. We'll see. Rest and go keycard. Anyone even see me here? I don't think so. Let's save first. I like keycards. Easy.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple berry flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it.
Add drone.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
What about the rail gliding championships?
I didn't think anyone but natives followed that. Hell, I know space hands who don't even think it a sport.
So, that's a no?
More like don't know. Storm season ran long. When I left, the Mortosis clouds were still stirred up. All Atmo flights grounded.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation in medal training, or weapons. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Am I blocking you, buddy? So military service does not guarantee anything in the military. Unnamed?
Careful where you smoke. Crew bills us for air filtration.
Oh boy. It's a barkeep.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corps pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time? The Radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What ain't I got?
Bunch of drinks. Okay.
There's your drink. You want anything else?
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here.
Very helpful. Thank you.
$60 skill.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie
Needle?
Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This has been Halcyon News, your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
Your only source. Bells, shells.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRA and TIES tops the list. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering. So, what can I get you?
Plasma rifle. Pristine bolter pistol. Oh, it's the energy weapon though. I'm not a fan. That's an energy rifle. Might be able to get those for the Vicar at some point. 6x zoom. Ooh. Could put a silencer on my sniper. All it does is reduce the firing noise. Yeah, I think I will. 910, a little expensive, but should be cool to use. Let's check out the rest and go. That's what I got the key for.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Now with added quality. Increased crit damage. Ooh. Actually, I think I'd prefer that on my sniper. Kind of wasted money on the other one, but I bought it for so much and now it sells for like so little. I do have 4 of them though. I don't need the stealth though. I'm not going for a stealth run. Stealth runs are boring. Cute. Stealth kills up skills. Could give this stuff to Parvati, but then her engineering skills aren't boosted as much, so yeah. Pristine revolver. Tactical shotgun. I can give that to the vicar. Oh, but he's using this right now. I want to see how that thing works. He was using the sawed-off before. Yeah, we'll wait.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000. Wow.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Does she actually? Because I'd buy it. She doesn't. Whoa. Salvager's Helper. 480 DPS. Handgun, 32 times 6. Fires a hailstorm of corrosive bullets. The loading mechanism is complex, resulting in long reloads. Huh. 3-second reload. Kinda cool. Archive cartridge. Public records of Hephaestus Mining's outpost on Scylla can be viewed using the captain's terminal. That's interesting, I'll buy it. Mardet datapad. Maybe this will come in handy? It's not expensive, so there we go. Oh, the hammer. This is at the Lost Hope. Soaked in Spectrum Red. I don't know what that is. I think it's probably alcohol. Fought with the engineer's people. Tossed him to the bays. I think that's the Mardet bays, like the cells. He crawled out of the back bays, locked himself into the repair bay off of docking slip 13. Wasn't that the place up above that I already went to? I'll go check it out again after this. Maybe that triggered something. What is this?
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Where am I going? Uh-oh. Moving drains the energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk to you more. Oh, okay. Well, this is definitely a place I'm not supposed to be. I'll help myself. I just got one of those barrels for free. Pretty cool little feature. Is there anybody even in there to interrogate me? The lockpick isn't good enough. The elite troop armor lowers it though, so... There we go. Also a key card I could use, but I'll just do this.
Nicely done.
Medical bay. There's people here. Shit, well that was a waste. Oh, it resets though. Where even am I on this map? Just some back rooms on the medical bay. Well, I might come back here in a little bit.
Hey, Mr. Vicker, do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Free room.
gourmet saltuna fillets and other fish-based fine products that valued employees crave. Spacer's Choice representatives tell everyone that they are committed to people, not just...
Just gonna use this guy's computer. Fun time, simulated rampage, body count 11. Nanner spank, ooh, 7. Primal affections. Passion, anthropoid, and consensual nanner spanking. Baking with Edna. The Book of Approved Cakes. It's all like propaganda. already went in there.
Scheduled advertisement for the following story. And a special word from Chairman Rockwell.
Easy? Oh, maybe I have to use more key cards. Huh. Okay, so as I find key cards, I'll come here. At least that stuff's free. A little silly that you can just kind of come in here and take what you want, and the guy doesn't care at all. Spacer's Choice vendor.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Spread Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Poor Martin.
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green. The future is spearmint. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be. It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to. Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that too. Have a look.
It is cheap. Moon helmets. A pristine one. Oh, I'm still wearing no armor. Much better.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Take care.
Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do. It's a real piece of work. Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? Mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Okay, so they're encouraging me to try this out. See how it goes. Yeah, we're just Mardettes.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratchet on Rutton time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Her eyes look weird.
You ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Okay. Jib is up.
Mine's playing tricks on me.
Ooh.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find her, or what?
This might be the killer. Right? Well, maybe not. Right? Oh, I mean, no. She said it herself that Jesse's fine. Or Ellie's fine, okay.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Okay. What else? What else?
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
We could find out.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Look for a loose panel, climb on top of the bunks, and head towards the back wall. Okay. In the stevedore quarters. Let's see what this does. Alright, that's death. Kitty Buchanan. Groundbreaker meetup. IS Conveyors Collective from Iceman. Got off ice from a round trip to Dashkova. That's weird. It just got like deleted. Food situation. Fees for not being able to pay your fees. Damn, nobody helped him. Okay, that's obviously the board. Your sublight.
CNP pancake.
Callahan. It's the hat guy. You made your spacer's choice. Mama. Oh, are you okay, honey? Ethically flexible spacer with Stellar Bay landing clearance. Okay. Plausible deniability. Bratwurst. Does not look good.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of Spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? You know what sprats are? Space rats.
Sprats.
The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices. Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of CNP. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike. Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to CNP by R&D'ing our own special meat. Just as well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats. Long as you don't mind me grinding Spratwurst while we talk. Little things don't make themselves chewy. At least not yet. I'm sure modern science will find a way. Just as well. Near about... Fresh from the grinder, any hour.
Spratwurst. Terra fried. Less than 8 fried morsels. Macrowave at your own risk. Farm-raised sprat, deboned and finely ground and fried in hot oil. Sounds like American food. Gross. Ike's Armory. Must be the armor guy.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull. Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom. Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
A plasma cutter. That would probably be good on Max. Pulse hammer. Fires an energy pulse at the moment of impact, causing plasma damage and knocking the target backwards. That's badass. I think I'll give that to Vicar Max. What's he got now? This 86 DPS staff? Yeah.
Itching to whack someone.
Also, what about the armors here? Ooh, a hack +5 helmet. What does Parvati have right now? He has one-handed melee. Who cares about that?
Welcome!
Will her hack add to mine though? I think it does. What's she good at right now? I think she's good at that. Or is it lockpick she's good at? She's good at lockpick, okay. Vicar's good at hacking. Yeah, I want to give him that.
Itching to whack someone.
.26 armor. Isn't that better than mine? It is.
Welcome!
This is probably better too. 26 armor body.
Itching to whack someone over the head.
Can't really compare my stuff here. It's kind of annoying. I have to like go out and then come back over here. Yeah, this armor's just better than mine.
Welcome!
So we'll get some of that. What are stealth skills? Character. does lower me down a bit. Maybe I don't want anything that subtracts stealth skills or any skills.
Itching to whack someone.
I have a feeling I don't really need the armor that badly. This is good. Dialogue skills, and it's got some pretty good armor rating. It's got stealth skills plus. Dialogue skills is my specialty, so I should do this. So I'll buy this for my character here. That is going to be for Vicar Max. Yeah. What's Parvati wearing? 9 armor and tech skills. She could use a better helmet that's not one-handed melee.
Welcome.
Intimidate, eh. I don't think she boosts me at all, so maybe I don't get her that. Pristine padded helmet for lockpicking. Maybe that would be good. Let's see if giving her that turns the skill, or makes the adjusted skill value 30 instead of 25.
Well,
let's experiment for a sec. Okay, let's put this stuff on. Dialogue skills for me. Might be able to use the helmet for something else. Parvati, let's give you this. That's stupid looking, but oh well. So lockpick plus 5, let's see if that modified mine. It's probably just based on who the highest is in the party or something, but... Oh no, it's 11 from her, so it's 31 now. Okay. So that is better. And we'll give Vicar Max the hack helmet. He looks silly too, but that's okay. Is there any useful helmets here? For me? Intimidate doesn't hurt. Intimidating mining helmet? It's kind of crappy. I'd rather have something a little cooler looking than a mining helmet. Okay, so I can break this down. And this. This gives tech skills and dialogue skills. It's way less armor though. Yeah, I'd rather just put like a tech kit on this thing instead of using this, so I'll break this down. So now if we look, we got a lot more good stuff going on here. Really high persuade, lie, intimidate, really high hack. Lockpick could be better. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these stats. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. to it. Auntie's Kitchen key card. I don't think I have that, do I?
That'd be it for me.
I don't. Okay. Greasy.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed. Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
It's a backhorn he ears. Nicotine delivery. Tomato flavored paste with a secret blend of 37 herbs, spices, and flavored additives. Organic, vegan, handmade, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free. Wow. Pasta. All the benefits of smoking a pipe, none of the messy cleanup. Nicotine patches applied directly to skin. Almost instant, better than nature.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist
Okay.
Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board
Go talk to Sublight.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
From Hagen to All Company. Hawthorne. She's gonna know me then.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate
Guys got some
business for
scars.
legitimate consumers. You the
Legitimate.
one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
VMT4, thanks for following. The hype sandwich. I appreciate that. Thank you. You've got the nav key. I don't have the nav key yet.
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
Other sectors.
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Complicated but profitable. Wink and nod.
Good boy. Knew you'd understand.
Very honest about Sublight's criminal side.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
No one knows what they're licensed to do. How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Guess that's it.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Alright. Dangerous Frontiers by Ophelia Sweeney. Alright, nothing out here.
I know you were trying to stop.
I put a couple of bits in Vera's pool. 1,000.
Okay, we've been to the armory. Went to Auntie's. Okay, that's probably engineering. Yep. First we'll go to Halcyon.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junling's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Alright. See what Udom has to say.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following
I
story.
think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Cleo, because she remembers you. When you were sick.
Udom.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
It's gonna get a little awkward.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
I'm not gonna tell him I know where to find him.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose.
I can't tell you is a weird way to say that.
It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions?
What a
Chief
diva.
Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Best to be clear, I believe. Ask away.
Alright, skill points. Why is this one gray? Oh, because I'm not using it. Long guns for me. Get a few points there. More dialogue, always important. And we'll go tech, as we've been doing. Okay. What I like a lot so far in this game is like, even though in other games the board would be like this evil corporation and every single person that you talk to from the board would just be some asshole, they do a good job of making the villainous people like not so heinous that you just want to like shoot them in the face or whatever. Like it's not blatant. They're not just blatant evil characters just to be evil. At least it seems like it so far. They're characterized really well.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all
Sweltering in
pretty
here.
About applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products.
Oh, there she is.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Parvati's adorable. Nice job.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Gotta go there anyway.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Okay. Don't mind if I use your terminal, do you? Oh, she's got so much work to do. The mask. Bedford, Tennyson. Like his little squiggly. Udom Bedford.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Is so unbearable, I can hardly even concentrate.
Cosball finals are scheduled
Junlei
to
better
air
hurry
soon,
up with those
but
damn
a
repairs
scandal
already.
has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance
Workbench.
enhancing stims.
Got some stuff I want to do. Jock. This Deadeye assault rifle is sweet. So it's got the Exacto sight already. We don't need that. Post armor damage dealt 15%. That's gotta be better than what I have. I don't see what giving it more range is important for. Mag size is not that important. Shock damage isn't even that important. I thought I could put barrel mods on this, but I guess not. It's strange. Magazine in sight. Barrel on the grenade launcher, that's kind of pointless. I guess there's nothing I want to do here.
Fastball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander.
No we in Halcyon and no Mercury in Saltuna.
Lots to do. Can't navigate there yet. Haven't been to Roseway yet, but I will go. Old hangars. Stevedore's quarters. We gotta find that. Another part of the back base for this thing. I think. Crawled out of the back base. Locked himself into the repair bay off docking slip 13. Okay, so that leads to the back base. What about that? Oh yeah, that repair thing off of the dock. Let me go check up there again.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
13. So this is Dock 13. Locked himself into the repair bay off of docking slip 13. Where's the repair bay? I think that's supposed to be it up there, but I already went there. I can check it again though. Security office. Let's go back up there. I don't see any repairing anything over here. Maybe this is it. Wasted my mag picks on that stupid med bay door. See, this doesn't look like a repair bay. This is just where this dead guy was. Repair bay. I don't know where that would be. Oops. Ow. Take a flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. Choice is yours. What? You no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you. I get 1 perk point, but I lose dexterity, perception, and temperament? That sounds terrible. Hell no. I don't need perks that bad. That's not worth trying until I do back base. I can just read this guy's terminal. Definitely sublight dues waived. This deadbeat guy again. We saw the message from him in the back of the rest and go. Callahan's fucking mask. Security. Dissatisfied user 70. He's had a busy day. Well, I don't have the mag picks for this. Need 3 more. Probably get some in the back base. That's the only place I can think of that might have the weapon. Repair bay off of 13. I mean, there's like nothing else. This doesn't say repairs or anything. It's just like dorms. Oh, this is the stevedores. We read about this. Yeah, there's something there. What did it say about this? Climb on top of their bunks and head towards the back wall.
We urge all of our listeners to remember that lack of productivity is not a victimless crime.
Don't mind me.
On the lookout for slacking and
Here we go. Oh, it's one of the weapons. Got mechanicals in here.
What fine treasures might await us in here? Here we go!
Oh, laws. Repair hangar keycard, there we go. The workshop inside the repair hangar. Maybe that's what this is. Yeah, this has to be the repair hangar. Okay. Some door there. Guthrie is the fastest winger on the Tigers, often covering 3-day zones at once. Another workbench. Tremor Cleaver. That's the one I saw in the shop. It's kind of weak. Makes the Vickers so strong. Nothing. Has no modifications. Here we go. What'll it be? Prismatic hammer. Science weapon. Hammersmith was working on a hammer weapon, the Pulse Hammer, when its rival company... Prototype hammer that was too expensive to enter production. Sounds like you want it, Parvati. Two-handed hammer with an oversized head, able to cycle through damage types depending on the wielder's skill and science. Power attacks with this weapon release a blast of energy hitting targets at a distance. Sweep attacks with this weapon deal multiple damage types at once. That's pretty crazy. Give it to her. Discovery. N-rays. Huh. That's weird. That hammer fit into this, really? I could have at least made it fit. Okay, so found that. That's pretty cool. So that's back bays. Roseway. Back bays. Scylla. Okay, I can go do this. I need to talk to Ellie. That's gonna be Roseway. I need to get into the security office for that. I need the key for that. Okay, so yeah, let's go talk to
I've seen you limping
Ellie.
a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Oh, a medic. You saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
Don't tell me you tried.
What can I say? Something about people telling me I can't do a thing that just makes me itch to prove them wrong. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Okay, so that's settled. Still need a security terminal for that, but I can get that after hunting the bounty. So let's do the bounty now. Let's go to the back base.
CNP Force Pocket can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Force Pocket.
Macro waves. Let's go. I got some junk I can sell first. One sec.
Well,
Hang on to those mods till I know what to do with them. Guess I could put that electrocharged surface on my armor.
This is Halcyon.
Seems pretty useful.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Where's that
advertisement for the
workbench at?
following story.
Regularly scheduled advertisement. Gadget. Stuns and damages melee attackers. That's pretty good. Melee and defense? Nah. Tech skills, that's good. Dialogue skills and leadership, that's good too. I can only have one. Well, I'll stick with my specialty being dialogue skills and go this. That I don't care about. It's gotta be something better than this. I think I can overwrite it later though, so. What was that armor for? No idea. So I'm gonna break it down. Wait, was it equipped to somebody? Huh. This.
Citizens often ask why there aren't enough new faces in the Halcyon colony. We all want new names.
Destruction of Emerald Vale. Terror on the Frontier. That's kind of cool.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Okay, sounds like a dork.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
I'll probably come back and kill this guy because he's just a prick. But let's get my parts first. I'm gonna keep specializing in the long guns. Maxed out on dialogue, huh? I don't know why it's grayed out. These are all good to have. think I'm gonna get more tactical time dilation stuff, just because that's fun. Increase your chance of looting mods when Parvati is in the party. That's sweet. Well, let's do it. Increase the duration of your dialogue combat effects. Seems good too. Yeah. It's all about the dialogue.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. Cut them off.
Careful with that shit. He'll end up as crazy as he is.
Crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy cosmos.
Branded on the ass.
I guess I'm honored. We got another complaint. People don't like worms in their shrooms.
Aw, they're just telling the truth. Besides, they're my friends.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line.
Get that automech patch? Cred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? It hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
Really need this.
My birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
That one light ammo wasn't stolen? Okay.
Fantastic, we got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Where's his lighter?
It's so cozy.
More mag picks. Not really like anything I can sabotage either. A lot of enemies here. Cred's surrounded. Where's this ladder lead?
This place is falling apart.
Different way up, I guess. Go loud and proud.
Neighbor from above. What brings you to my little moonlight kingdom? Listen to the fire of those convictions. This one's hungry for justice. Alive or dead? Rare or medium? What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter? My flame? Shit. Little Flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours. Give him a good home.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
You call your lighter Little Flick?
I'll miss my baby Pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs its king, and I'm one of a kind. Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back.
Sunita.
She wanted me to have something to remember her by. Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded. My baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank. You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
I won't kill him. Seems like he got wronged.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Okay, so there's that. Now I can go to security.
Rizzo's talking about a CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and
Oh, Sunita. Oh, it's her.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off. He tell you that, did he? I might have kicked his ass from one end of the groundbreaker to the other a few years back. Whatever he reads into that is his business. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future. With that bastard McRed...
What can Groundbreaker secure?
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing. Yeah, I'm getting that, but this area's off limits. I told you. You did take care of McRed. About the only thing that'd make Commandant Sanita happier is if this heat problem were fixed, too. Maybe she'd give you a thank you tour after that?
Okay.
Alright, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Cool. No longer restricted. Cells.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Modified pistol, prayer beads, lock container.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Those prayer beads might be interesting.
Okay, gone quiet.
Lots of Marded IDs. It's taking all this. Oh, this is the other way in, okay. Cool. Okay, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I'm gonna go eat my food and hang out with the girlfriend. Alright, stream going off.